Welcome and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
Our opening song is Maya Fe Hayom. I can't find it in the Siddur, but it's...
Page 10.
Is it page 10?
Should be. I think so, if my memory serves me correctly.
Well, anyhow, it's, you know it. It is page 10. Let's go.
What can I say? Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Maya Hayom, Shabbat Shalom.
The opening reading is by Rachel Goldberg Poland, mother of Hirsch Goldberg Poland, who was murdered in captivity. It speaks to the complexity of our emotions at this time. We are told in chapter 3 of Ecclesiastes, there is a season for everything and a time for everything. But now we are being asked to digest all of these seasons, all of those times, at the exact same second. Winter, spring, summer, fall. Experience all four right now. It says there is a time to be born and a time to die, and we have to do both right now. It says there is a time to weep and a time to laugh, and we have to do both right now. It says there is a time to tear and a time to heal, and we have to do both right now. It says there is a time to sob and a time to dance, and we have to do both right now. May the joy of our people shower compassion and grace upon those not getting the ending for which everyone hoped and prayed. And may the suffering among our people feel comforted and held by those who are feeling joy. Let us begin by taking 3 deep breaths to unburden ourselves of the past week and prepare to enter the peace of Shabbat. I invite Alyssa Katz to come to the bima to lead us in Candles and Kiddush, beginning on page 3. Continuing the tradition of lighting candles in the home, those in the sanctuary can come forward and light candles in our temple home. The version of the reading before Kiddush that we will use tonight is a slightly less awkward translation than the one in the prayer book, but only slightly less.
As these Shabbat candles give light to all who behold them, so may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us. As their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel who have kindled light, so may we, in our own day, be among those who kindle light.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו להדליק נר של שבת.
Thus there was evening and there was morning, the sixth day. Completed now were the heavens and the earth and their whole array. And on the seventh day God completed the work that had been done. And God ceased on the seventh day for all the work that God had done. And God blessed the seventh day and called it holy. For on it God ceased from all the work of creating that God had done.
She left. Want to come back? Yes. Yeah. No problem. Right.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lamikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim ki banu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat. Amen.
Not yet, I guess so. Page 28, we rise for the Baruch Hu and remain standing through the Shema.
Baruch Hu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamvorach leolam va'ed.
The Ma'ariv by Taya Sher is found in your booklet. We read responsively, starting together. Ma'ariv Aravim. Ma'ariv Aravim. Each moment. Ma'ariv Aravim.
You who cycle forth the seasons.
Ma'ariv Aravim.
You who give life reason.
Ma'ariv Aravim.
You who own darkness below.
Ma'ariv Aravim.
You shine the days of night.
Ma'ariv Aravim. The Shema is on page 34, 35.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
You may be seated. Let us read together the Va'ahavta prayer that's in your handout. Loving life, loving life and its mysterious source with all our heart and all our spirit, all our senses and strength, we take upon ourselves these promises: to care for the earth and those who live upon it, to pursue justice and peace, to love kindness and compassion. We will teach this to our children throughout the passage of the day, as we dwell in our homes and we go on our journeys, from the time we rise until we fall asleep. And may our actions be faithful to our words, that our children's children may live to know. Truth and justice, kindness have embraced, peace and justice have kissed, and are one. Page 39. Standing on the parted shores of history, we will believe what we were taught before even we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by holding hands, marching together. These words remind us of the history of the events at the Red Sea, that although we escaped from slavery, that there are others who still remain oppressed, are still looking for the promised land, and it is our duty to join hand in hand with them on their journey. Mi Chamocha on page 40.
Moses and the children crossed the sea. They sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh.
Page 43, top of the page. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we lie down in peace and rise up, waiting to do your will. We sing on page 42.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu shalom me'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom v'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim.
We read together on the top of page 45. We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable, without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. More than the people of Israel have kept Shabbat, Shabbat has kept the people Israel. The Shamaru.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. Uvayom hashvi shavat vayinafash v'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat l'dorotam brit olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat.
We rise as able for the tefillah on page 46, chanting through page 52.
Adonai sefaitai tiftach ufi agita hilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Velohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Velohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei HaKol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevi Gula Livnei V'neihem, Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah, Rav lehoshia. Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim. Umatir asurim, umakayem emunato, lishenei afar, michamocha ba'al gevurot, umido melach, melech meimit umachaye, umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lahachayot hakol. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayei hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kdoshim b'chol yom yehallelujah selah. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'el hakadosh.
Bottom, you may be seated. Bottom of page 61. Don't stop after beating the swords into plowshares. Don't stop. Go on beating and make musical instruments out of them. Whoever wants to make war again will have to turn them into plowshares first. We can only hope that peace in the Middle East resounds with melody, but we will have to wait and see. But for the moment, let us be thankful that the hostages are home safely. We sing on page 60.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Ki atah hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atah hu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. B'tov be'einecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam.
Misha Berach is on page 253. We have reached the point in the service when we remember those who have died recently and at this time in past years. As we welcome the living hostages home, we remember all who died in the Middle East in the past 2 years. I did that wrong. All right.
You're there.
So we call now for the health of all of our afflicted loved ones. If there are some whom you wish to especially call out, please say their names when my hand passes by your seat, or share their names in the chat. $253.
The renewal of body
Today's Torah portion is Bereshit, literally in the beginning, the very first verses of Torah. For my drash, I'd like to compare some text in Genesis, taken from the Torah, a women's commentary, to an alternate telling of this story from the Book of Eve by Carmen Bulosa, a Mexican novelist. I'd like to focus on the concept of time and how it is treated in each work. I do not ask you to choose which is true, but just to point out that every story is just a story, and it is inherent in our tradition to tell these stories that we call midrash. In Genesis 1:1 through 1:6, the description of the separation for light from darkness is described. The verses end with the words, "the first day," a word which we now understand as a unit of time. Similarly, verses 6 through 8 describe the creation of the sky, ending with the words, "a second day." Instead of being defined by hours and minutes, time is defined by the actions that occurred during that period. As a side note, we have no notion of the relation between the extent of these so-called days. Is day one really the same length as day two? In the same way that we now consider contemporary days. On the other hand, the Book of Eve says, Eden was a place where time did not exist. In Eden, time exercises no power. Things happened for the slightest reason without them actually happening, because action requires the presence of time. So, in one story, actions define time, and in the other, time is required for actions to occur. How do we deal with this seeming opposition? The difference between these two versions may be that in Genesis, God creates time in the absence of humans, while the Book of Eve says, Adam and I were subject to time, but only after partaking of the forbidden fruit. The apple was the key that set us free. It made us understand ourselves, making us whom we were. So, eating the fruit of the tree of knowledge delivered time and opened the possibility for humans to act within time and thus be fully alive. In this interpretation, eating from the tree of knowledge is not sinful, and Eve should not be blamed for the results, but instead, it gives rise to civilization, according to the women's commentary. But Abraham Joshua Heschel considers one particular time differently, and that is the time of the Sabbath. The Sabbath is the day on which we learn the art of surpassing civilization. See, it's all coming around again. The Sabbath as a day of abstaining from work is not a deprecation, but an affirmation of labor, a divine exaltation of its dignity. The solution of mankind's most vexing problem is not to be found in renouncing technical civilization, but in obtaining some degree of independence from it. On the Sabbath, we abstain from remaking or reshaping the things of space. The Sabbath itself is a sanctuary which we build, a sanctuary in time. So many different interpretations of time. Time as action, time as producing civilization, time to retreat from civilization. all appropriate at a particular time. Let us use our time wisely.
The words to the anthem can be found in a handout that was separate from the order of service. If you'd like to sing along, I would love to have you join me. Under heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to kill, a time to heal, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate, a time for peace. I swear it's not too late. To everything turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven.
Please rise for Eleno. I will be reading on pages 283 and again on 287. Let us adore the ever-living God and render praise unto you, who spreads out the heaven and establisheth the earth, whose glory is revealed in the heavens above, and whose greatness is manifest throughout the world. You are our God, there is none else.
Va'anachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamachim hakadosh baruch hu.
287. May we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding. Loved, each of us, for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand, but to conquer fear and doubt and despair. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness, of freedom and of peace.
V'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yiyeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad.
Please be seated. Now I can say this. We have reached the point in the service when we remember those who have died recently and at this time in past years. As we welcome the living hostages home, we remember all those who died in the Middle East in the past 2 years. The reading before Kaddish is found on page 288. When I die, give what's left of me away to children and old men that wait to die. And if you need to cry, cry for your brother walking the street beside you. And when you need me, put your arms around anyone and give them what you need to give me. I want to leave you something better than words or sounds. Look for me in the people I've known or loved, and if you cannot give me away, at least let me live in your eyes and not in your mind. You can love me best by letting hands touch hands, by letting go of children that need to be free. Love doesn't die. People do. So when all that's left of me is love, give me away. We remember in Shloshim, Joseph Kokuzi Jr., Glenn Galley, Alex S. Halley. Ruth S. Affelder, Siegfried Baumoil, J. Carl Beecher, Jerome Blonder, Leonard M. Bloom, Clyde Buzzard Jr., Sam Cohn, Leonard S. Daniso, Max Dowse, Walter Paul Deutsch, Danny Dubb, Frida Fox Finneberg, Elaine Boots Fisher, Helen Fleischman, Charles Friedman, Arthur Friedman, Julius Goldfarb, Dorothy Bennis Gradison, Eugene S. Halley, William S. Handel, Tony R. Hart, Lucille Heflick, Benjamin W. Kaplan, Howard B. Levine, Sanford Levine, Morton Mandel, Dorothy Mann Marcus, Harold Mirdler, Gertrude Marks Miles Einer, Marjorie K. Nachman, Lillian Piloff, Lena Piloff, Zelda Porte, Michael Shames, Isidore Tiktinsky, Irene G. Weber, Arnold B. Weil, Edith Weinberg, Minnie H. Zweig. Zichronam Livracha. Would Elisa come back and give the announcements? Did I miss something? I missed Kaddish. We rise as able for Kaddish. I knew something was wrong. Page 294. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah. V'alma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malhutei. B'hayehon uvyomehon u'hayeh d'chol beit Yisrael. B'galav v'zman kari v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach li'olam alamei almayah. V'yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yitpa'ar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei de kudisha, brichu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiram v'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehe shlama rab amin shemai, v'hayim aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Say shalom b'mrama, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'yal kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Zichronam livracha. Now, listen.
Thank you, Muriel, and thank you, Annika, for a wonderful service. Kept us on our toes. Just a few announcements. Our tent, trimester 2, is now open. There are many wonderful class options to take. Registration and class descriptions are on the website, and if you have any questions, please call the office. Secondly, join us next Friday, October 24th, for a Shabbat dinner welcoming Rabbi Danny Gottlieb, and details are in the Temple Times. And finally, Kol Nashim Book Club will be meeting on Monday, October 27th at 7 p.m. in person and on Zoom. And they will be discussing David Denby's Eminent Jews, which is also being featured November 12th as part of the Mandel JCC Book Festival. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
And David Denby's talk will be here on the 12th, so come. Our closing song is Lechila. I think it's on page 341. Let's see if I got that right. It is. Please rise for the closing benediction.
Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai Asem lecha shalom.
May God lift up their countenance to you and grant you peace and wholeness. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.